Okay, so I received some feedback that some of the audio in my previous videos was cutting in and out. I believe it was due to an issue with my laptop. Uh, I'm going to have to re-record some of these videos and see if we can finally fix that issue with the difference in volume. So one of the things I wanted to do today was I wanted to just go through the system and through the ServiceNow platform and essentially create a new app using the App Engine Studio. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Now, the reason we want to create an app and the App Engine Studio is we want to get away from our existing um, we want to create a customized application, excuse me. So we are when we create this application, we're able to change or change the application scope from global to the actual application we're going to create. So today we are going to create an application for the company that we're going to be using. The company is going to be modeled after one of my favorite TV shows called Suits. So that's the application that we're going to be creating. Then I'm going to be importing a user list based on the characters of the show to the application. So we're going to go ahead and start that now. So if you look at my application scope for now, it's set to global, and so is the update set. Default is global. So when we create the new one, it's going to change to suits, what we're going to be creating in a minute here. So we're going to go ahead and open the App Engine Studio. Once we're in the studio, we're just going to be simply creating an app. Just go through the app here. By the way, I decided to use the Brave browser for this demo because I've had issues with using Google Chrome. So hopefully this will actually perform better than Google Chrome is. So let's go ahead and name the application. Again, it's going to be called Suits because I'm going to name it after my favorite show or one of my favorite TV shows. I'm just going to say it Suits. See? Suits TV show. This is going to be demo or training, actually. I'm just going to call it training. Let's go ahead and get rid of this thing here. All right. And I can add the logo later. I don't need to do it now, but I could essentially add a logo for this application. So we're going to go ahead and create the roles within this new app. I'm just going to take the default, the admin role and the user role. All right. So we'll hit site tight and then we go ahead and create the new application. Okay, so what I wanted to do is now we have the application, we go to our dashboard, and within the dashboard, we'll see that well, you're going to get this wizard here. It would basically show you, you can hit next and show you the different functions within the App Engine Studio. So we just exit out of that for now. What we want to do is import the data. Now, to import the data, we would click on the import data button. So one of the things that I wanted to test, one of the functions, excuse me, I wanted to test for this demo was if I go into my when I import a when I'm going to import the user list, I want to make sure that I'm using an Excel spreadsheet. So it makes things a lot easier for me just to create all the users in Excel. That way I keep a hard copy of all the users in a separate sheet. So what I've done is I created two tabs within one spreadsheet. The first tab is the Pearson Hartman. So this will be the original cast of the show. These were the main players initially, that were part of the Pearson Hartman law firm. And of course, if you are a fan of the show, then you'll know that it changed different names. But to start, we're going to go ahead and just kind of focus on the main characters of the show. Um, One of the things that I've done here is I went with the first. I separated the first name and the last name in column A and B, and then in column C, I just ran some quick Excel formulas to combine and put the last name followed by the comma and then the first name. I added the title. This was all manually done. But the email piece, again, I followed the same process where I put in the last name and excuse me, the first name dot last name, then at ph or pearsonhartman.com. It took me a while to figure this out, but this is how I was able to add the period in there and also add the quotations for the to add the at. So if I just do this formula, if I if you know Excel, then I can just drag down and the same formula will be copied over, just the different cell values are changed. But quick little tutorial there. I've also added an assistance column, and again, if you're a fan of the show, you'll know that Donna used to be or was Harvey's admin assistant. Same thing with Gretchen; she used to be Lewis's assistant at one point. Um, I know that that's probably changed because I know he had a couple assistants, but I'll let you figure that one out. Now, I also created a second tab for Rand, Caldo, and Zane. This was a competing law firm that Pearson Hartman ended up competing with. Eventually, they merged when Robert Zane joined the show. Again, the same thing here. I ran the same formulas, same thing with the email. And I know that Sylvia used to be Robert Zane's secretary. So these are the spreadsheets that we're going to be this is the spreadsheet that I'm going to be importing into that new application that I created. So we're going to go ahead and close this for now. Okay, so the first thing is we want to add the data. So we click on add data here. We're going to import a spreadsheet, hit continue, and then we're just going to drop the spreadsheet here. So go ahead and upload the file. So the file is being uploaded. Good. Okay, so we hit and continue. So this is very important here. Before you click on convert to table, you want to make sure that you click to import the actual data that's on here. Again, the test is going to be whether the data that we're importing in is actually going to be carried over, not the formulas. I want the actual, the hard data that gets pulled in. Same thing here, but again, I'm going to have to redo this again. I had some issues before where I forgot to check this mark, and then only the first one worked, but the second one did it. So you click on convert to tables, and we're just going to go ahead and create a new table. Don't do it from an existing table, just do a new one. Go ahead and hit continue here. All right. Now, while that information is being imported, here are the labels that are carried over. That's totally okay. We're okay with that information being carried over. I'm going to go ahead and open that spreadsheet now because I want to grab the name. We're going to need the name shortly here. So hit continue here. Here, the table name, what I want to do for this table, I'm just going to call it Pearson Hartman because that's what these are all the users that are in that law firm. So I'm also going to make it extensible because from here, we should be able to reference this table when we're pulling information or when we reference information. For instance, if we create an AI agent that's going to be used to, let's say, order laptops or order some type of computer equipment, we can say that if you're in this law firm, and then the actual item that you're pulling is within the acceptable or the acceptable list or the of approved list, excuse me, then it should be automated or the approval should be automated, and you can just generate alerts. So that's why we want to make it extensible. All right, so we have the table name, and we're going to go ahead and continue. Here on the CRUD, what I want to do with the CRUD here is I want to take the default for admin, so do all for admin, same thing for user, except delete, so just create, read, write. Okay, so go ahead and continue, and this data is being pulled over. So this should take me back to the data import option. Once this is done, shouldn't take very long. Hopefully, it'll get done quickly. Okay, so that was done. So now we're going to go ahead and import the second tab on that spreadsheet. Again, don't forget to check import spreadsheet data because we want to check that in. And we go ahead and click on convert to table. Go into convert to table again, new table because it'll be a separate law firm. So we want to go ahead and create that. Click new. Let's wait for this to actually finish. Again, here are the labels, which is okay. So the column labels, which is totally fine. Hit continue. Now, again, the table name is going to be the second law firm, which is Rand, Caldo, and Zane, and also make it extensible for the reasons that I provided in the previous table there. So hit and continue. On the CRUD, hit all for admin. A user gets everything but delete. Continue, and we go ahead and we import the data. Okay, so data is done. Hit done here, and we should have that data available now within our new. We'll go ahead and close this here, but that data should be available within the suits application that we created, which is here. Now, here comes the test. We want to preview this, so we click on preview, and we want to make sure that the data that got imported. Okay, great. This is the data that got imported, which again, first name, last name, combined name, and then you have the assistant. Then we have, so let's check Harvey. Here's Harvey Specter. Again, this information is checking out okay. Oh, and then Donna Paulson is actually Harvey's assistant, so that's perfect. This is what I wanted to see, which is great. Again, just the hard data got transferred in, not just the formulas. And the same thing with Rand Calzo. So go ahead and preview that one as well. Yep, the same thing as well. We have the folks that were actually part of that law firm that got put in. And then Robert Zane also, their assistant got, or his assistant also got transferred over, which is great, which is what we wanted. So this works. Great.